Hi everyone, I'm ZaHaRa, and in 30 days, I'm challenging myself to make a hit album. This might be among one of the craziest things I've ever done, which is saying a lot as somebody who loves to experiment and create eccentric content. So, one of three things is going to happen during this challenge. Either it's going to be a terrible flop, I'm gonna be extremely successful, or the third one. Actually, I don't think there's a third option. I think it's just the first two. Before I begin the challenge, I think it would be fitting to do a bit of a backstory for context. Despite my YouTube channel seeming like it's bare bones, I have attempted to create a YouTube channel a total of 3 times. The first official YouTube channel I ever started was back in 2020. I was searching for a career path, had a very vague idea of what I wanted to do, which led me to try many different things like fitness, beauty YouTube, and my very first singing channel, which was my first official attempt at trying to make it as an artist. I used the typical things that artists do when they're starting out and don't have any labels. And at the time, the distributors, such as DistroKid, TuneCore, CD Baby, they weren't out yet, so I didn't have any means to officially release my own music on platforms like TikTok, Spotify, iTunes. I made a YouTube channel where I'd harmonize with my own voice. I use CapCut, BandLab, Bandcamp editing apps to try to make my own songs, but I eventually quit because I was critical on myself. And I ended up deleting all the YouTube channels I ever started and then decided to start from scratch again in about 2024. During this time, I was mainly focused on studying, trying to find the real job, figuring out how to fund things on my own. Music was always something in the background that I just didn't really consider going into professionally. As an oldest child, I also have a lot of household responsibilities, which makes it more challenging to really have this undivided time where I can perfect my craft on my own, because I have to assume most of the responsibilities. It was always in the background. I would sing karaoke in front of people at parties, write lyrics for therapy. I actually have at least 10 notebooks filled of songs I wrote on my own. And one day I decided to give it a chance and followed my curiosity. Long story short, I thought to myself, if I actually believed for a moment that I'm capable of becoming a singer, what would I do? I can't really explain it. There wasn't a practical reason. I just felt something inside me feel really motivated. I had this pull towards music. It's something I've been connected to since I was little. And for the first time, I did everything I could to go into it professionally, such as undergo vocal training, push myself out of my comfort zone on multiple occasions, and eventually, by extremely lucky fate, found a studio that was within driving distance from me. And that's how I got here. After being a bit uncertain for a bit, I decided to take this challenge to kind of put a more narrow tunnel vision on myself and see if I can focus on one goal for 30 days. So that's what I'm doing. Because I came up with this on a whim, the first thing I'm actually gonna do is map out how I want this to go. So to improving my voice, I don't have professional vocal training. Right now I'm self-taught. I'm going to do Daily Routine for a Strong Voice by CEO, a couple vocal warm-ups so I don't strain my voice, vibrato, and vocal cool down. Some of the things I'm trying to improve on are my confidence and vocal projection.
So we're going to begin by warming up.
Now I think I'ma shrivel up like the white roses in my room. Remember them, blood orange like the sky under a dreamy crescent moon.